What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. Before I crack on with this video though, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. It is free. On that big push towards 16,000 subscribers, we're less than 100 subscribers away now from that, so do subscribe. I'll be doing daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout the summer transfer window, so you want to stay in the loop with the latest Manchester City transfer news first and fast, and do subscribe for them summer transfer videos. Also, social media links are in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and search for me and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. I'm actively looking for a sponsor for them daily Manchester City transfer updates in the summer. It's going to be a busy one, which means lots of interest and lots of views, so a good business opportunity there. Do leave a thumbs up as well if you are enjoying the video. Like goal is at 300 likes for this video, and also do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, as I'm always interested in what you do have to say with regards to these transfers. Now, this video is sponsored and brought to you by the best footballing app out there, OneFootball. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. Thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. If you want to stay up to date with the latest fixtures, results, news, transfer news and all that good stuff, then do go and press that link at the top of my description. That'll take you to the download screen to download OneFootball. So let's crack on with this transfer update. We've got plenty to get through. We're going to start off first with an update in the out on Taylor Harwood-Bellis. Now, Alan Nixon, bit hit and miss with some bits of news. He's reporting that Brentford, they want to sign Taylor Harwood-Bellis on loan next season, but only if they secure promotion to the Premier League, currently sitting in a playoff position. I find it interesting that they're only going to make a move this secure promotion to the Premier League, so I presume that City looking for a loan for next season are looking towards the Premier League rather than the Championship, so I find that really interesting with that update. Now, moving on, we've got an update on another Manchester City centre-back, Eric Garcia. Now, Hagrid FCB on Twitter has been reporting that Eric Garcia, he will become a Barcelona player. Laporta, the new president at Barcelona, has given his permission for this signing to happen on a pre-contract agreement, and it's described as being only a matter of days away. Laporta is going to sit down with the Barcelona Chiefs, and they're going to be discussing transfers that they can get sorted throughout this international break. Aguero's name has been mentioned. Of course, Eric Garcia, he's vastly thought to be becoming a Barcelona player very soon. Memphis Depay's also been touted at Barcelona as well, along with Gigi Wijnaldum as well at Liverpool. So Barcelona are expected to be very busy over the next couple of weeks, and a pre-contract agreement could well come for Eric Garcia. I'm not expecting a pre-contract agreement for Sergio Aguero, however, so yeah. Now, moving on to our final story of the outs, comes in an update on Fernandinho. Now, Jorge Nicola, a journalist in Brazil, has been saying that Fernandinho is set not to have his contract renewed by Manchester City, and he has offers from Brazil on the table, which Fernandinho is currently considering. Atletico Mineiro in Brazil are thought to be one of the clubs interested. Fernandinho's contract, of course, is up on June 30th of this year. However, just look to the FA Cup game, how fantastic he was against Everton in the FA Cup. And in my opinion, Fernandinho, he can definitely do a job for Manchester City for at least another 12 months, and in my opinion, is worth another 12-month extension onto his contract. Yeah, he might be getting older, but why let him leave? Because he's still a brilliant player, and up until he's showing signs of decline or he's wanting to leave Manchester City, both of which, in my opinion, has not happened, then why let him leave? Why spend unnecessarily in the summer when we've got other targets to have a look at, including a striker and a left-back, which I'll give updates on them in just one moment. They're going to be very complicated deals to get over the line, so why look at defensive midfielders when we've already got Fernandinho that can do another 12 months? Look at that in the summer after, as far as I am concerned, in my opinion. Now, moving on to the ins, we've got a new name. It's Yusuf Demir of Austria, Vienna. He's valued at around 5 million euros, and BILD have been reporting that Manchester City, Manchester United, Juventus, Barcelona and Borussia Dortmund are all interested in the 17-year-old forward, so a name to look out for in the upcoming transfer updates, no doubt. Now, I've got an update on Nuno Mendes. Now, Sports Witness have been reporting that Sporting Lisbon could negotiate his fee for less than his release clause, which is 70 million euros, and they're thought to be a price that's been chucked out there of around 40 million euros. I don't think this information, though, is too reliable. Of course, Nuno Mendes is the 18-year-old left-back. Manchester City have been linked and are thought to want to use Pedro Porro as part of the deal. Of course, he's already out on loan at Sporting Lisbon and apparently is doing good there. I will have some loan reports, including how Pedro Porro is performing out at Sporting Lisbon, which will be up within the next week or so for everybody to look forward to. Manchester City and Sporting Lisbon, of course, in a partnership as well. The only problem is, will Manchester City be willing to pay so much money for a player that is a teenager, that hasn't got too much experience under his belt? He's having a great season for Sporting Lisbon. They're having a great season as well. Looks set to potentially win the Portuguese league title. Manchester City are definitely confirmed to be interested in him for him in the summer. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that, but says that City won't go near that 70 million euros release clause. Very interestingly, though, Manchester City, I've always said if City sign a left-back, then a left-back needs to leave. Benjamin Mendy or Alexander Zinchenko, they need to go. If Nuno Mendes is the player that they're looking at, then actually they won't need to sell. He's 18 years old. Players don't have to be registered until they're over the age of 21, which means a player would not need to leave because he wouldn't need registering. So, gives Manchester City a couple of years to potentially see either one of Mendy or Zinchenko leave. So, it makes sense, this transfer. There's lots of interest. I know Barcelona's name has been chucked out there, along with, I think, Juventus' name is out there, Real Madrid's as well. I imagine there'll be a whole host of European clubs interested. City do have that link with Sporting Lisbon, which should give us the advantage if we want to work quick. It won't be the first, it won't be the last time that City go to Portugal for some of their signings either. And obviously, we've got the advantage of using Pedro Porro as part of the deal to negotiate that price down. The biggest problem we do have, though, is definitely price. 70 million euros, too expensive. I think 40 million euros might be too expensive for a player that's got a season under his belt. We don't know how good he can be. And so if you spend millions upon millions, you're automatically putting a lot of pressure onto a young player that doesn't have that experience under his belt to cope with such a thing. So I'm not sure. I think it'd be a really good sign, and if that's a player that City do want to sign, then I'm happy for City to pursue with that. City have apparently identified a whole host of left-backs to look at this summer, and Nuno Mendes is just one of them, so do let me know your thoughts of that in the comments below. Now, I've got an update on Jack Grealish. The Daily Mail have been reporting that Manchester City, they are interested in signing him, and apparently he wants to join up with Manchester City. This would be a very expensive transfer to get done, and I'm not too sure where Jack Grealish would fit in, unless someone is to be sold, and if so, whom would that be? I like Jack Grealish. I think he's a really good player. I think he'd be a really good player for us. I think he'd suit our systems as well. However, like I said, where's the room in our squad for him? Someone would have to leave, and City would have to be ruthless to sell one of our first-team players to bring Jack Grealish in. Jack Grealish, of course, has the advantage of being homegrown, but he would need to be registered, and someone would need to leave for him to be brought in because we don't have the squad space for him. I could be wrong, though, and he could be brought in. I'm not sure. He'll be very expensive. He's been Aston Villa's star man. He's been their best player this season. How much money are we talking here? I've heard north of £80 million, and that's not how City do their business. And I don't see us paying £80 million for Jack Grealish, but there we go. There's been rumours going around saying Manchester City, we're thought to be the front runners for Jack Grealish, and this has all been coming about because City apparently are happy to pass on their option to sign Douglas Luiz this summer if Aston Villa will let City be at the front seat to sign Jack Grealish instead. The interesting news out of that is Douglas Luiz maybe not on Manchester City's agenda, so that means we may be looking at other defensive midfielders, or like I said, fingers crossed, that might mean a 12-month extension for Fernandinho, and I'm happy for that to happen, but we'll have to wait and see with what happens with regards to that. Now, moving on to our final story, we've got an update from my last transfer update on Erling Haaland. Of course, Manchester City will be facing Dortmund over 2 legs in the quarter-finals of the Champions League, so we're going to get to see firsthand just what Haaland is capable of. Now, BILD in Germany is saying that Dortmund, they want north of 150 million euros for Erling Haaland this summer. It's a considerable increase on the rumoured 100 million euros price tag that was put on him last time, with him having around a release clause of £90 million as long as that's paid in one lump sum, which is what my last video was on. Erling Haaland, he's available to leave in the summer of 2022 for just £65 million. So I fail to see why any club anywhere in the world would be thinking about paying more than double that price to sign him a season earlier. I'm not sure. I think Dortmund are doing this on purpose. They're wanting to try and maximise their money to get the most money for him. In my opinion, I see Erling Haaland ending up at Bayern Munich. I see them using their typical Bayern Munich tricks, speaking with Dortmund, getting in contact with the club and with the player, getting in early and securing that release clause. They'll give Dortmund 65 million euros. They'll have some agreement in place months and months ahead of everybody else and say we'll pay that in the summer of 2022, just like Bayern Munich have just done with RB Leipzig and Dayot Upamecano, to make sure there is no bidding war with regards to him. He didn't leave last summer when it looked like he may well have. Did Bayern Munich have something in place then? Have they got something in place with Erling Haaland is where my brain is taking me towards. And so if it's not going to be Erling Haaland that City are going to be signing in the summer, then for whom may we bring in? And rumours are here, I'm hearing, by the way, João Felix, and rumours kind of not going away. Now, Samuel Lockhurst has added on about Erling Haaland, saying that the Manchester Evening News are saying that Haaland's believed to be wanting somewhere between £350,000 per week to £400,000 per week, which I think, looking at them numbers, would make Haaland the highest paid player at Manchester City. It isn't really how we do our transfers. If we're wanting to sign a world-class striker in the summer, though, then we're going to have to break our strategy to do so. And I would really like Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland would take us to that next level. Will City pay it? Will there be another club willing to pay it? We'll wait and see. I'm not so sure. Like I said, though, we'll get first hand to see what Erling Haaland can do against us. Maybe that might just push Manchester City to make a move for him in the summer if they do believe that he's sensational against us, that he is the future, he is a player that we must sign. Then maybe we might push on from there. If not, then it would be looking at alternative targets. Like I said, João Felix is one of them players. Romelu Lukaku is another player that has been mentioned. Darwin Núñez is another player that has been mentioned as well. If it's not going to be Erling Haaland, I would like to know in the comments below which striker you would like to see City make a move for in the summer. So there we go. That has been the transfer update. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, please do leave a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought of these transfers in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Like I said, aiming for 16,000 subscribers. We're less than 100 subs away. Daily Manchester City transfer updates coming out in the summer transfer window. Every single day you'll be getting kept up to date with the latest Manchester City transfer news, so do subscribe and press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links, I'll keep you up to date with everything happening in the world of Manchester City and JSGC on my Twitter and Instagram. Links to them in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on there. Email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Like I said, looking for a sponsor for them daily Manchester City transfer updates in the summer. It's going to be a busy one with lots of views, so a good opportunity there. And also do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is OneFootball. You can find their link to their app at the top of my description. That will take you to the download page to go and download OneFootball. OneFootball will keep you up to date with the latest football news, transfer news, fixtures, results, live commentary, live league tables, and also my favourite feature, what channel the game is on, because at the moment we can't go to into grounds to go and watch football games, and so I lose track about what channel we're on. And OneFootball, just go on there, it tells you right on there. Fantastic little app to go and get, and it is free to download as well. So there we go, that has been the video. Thank you everyone for watching. I've been JSGC. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.